front of me, I have $1,000 worth of Hourglass makeup. Let's begin because we have a lot of products to try and test out. First thing, I want to jump straight to lips, and this is their number 28 lip treatment oil. These each retail for $49. Wow. We have two shades, Cameo and Bear. Are we broken? Nothing's coming out. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, okay, this one is actually working. Let's apply that to the lips. As of right now, this is a nice thick lip balm slash oil is what they call the treatment oil. I thought it was gonna be a lot more liquidy, which I don't like. I actually like this formula a lot better. It has lots of vitamins, A, B5, C, and E. Has jojoba oil, olive, green tea, cherry pit, sweet almond. It just has a lot of nice stuff in here. It's really pretty. I do like this gold tip, very easy to clean, but just knowing that the other one doesn't work, so it might be faulty with quality. So let's move on to the eyes, since I picked up their glitter eyeshadows and I want to see how they're going to wear, if they're going to fall down, things like that. For the eyeshadows, we picked up 3 shades from their Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow. We have Smoke, which looks so beautiful. It looks like a really nice neutral, taupey, cool toned shadow. Then we have Rapture, which has rose, it has gold, just beautiful berry cranberry shade, but a little bit lighter than a really berry. It's more pulling red. Last but not least, we have Reflect, which is a beautiful, I would say, like champagne gold, and all of these retail each for $29. I'm gonna use my fingertips and then use maybe a brush to kind of help blend and smoke everything out. So they have their Veil Mineral Primer. This one retails for $54. This one is well loved by me. I have used this in the past and it's a really nice primer. So let's do one eye with, one eye without primer. So let's go with Smoke first. Like I said, I'm gonna use my finger, and you don't have to press too hard to swatch. Just kind of warming it up. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful topper. I'm just taking a clean brush and just ever so slightly helping this blend. And you can see it's falling down on my face when I'm blending. So if anything, I'm just gonna take my fingers actually. Let's stick with the fingers and take it on this side with the primer. I wanna see if it's gonna help it grip. Oh yeah, there's a lot less fallout on this side. There's still a little bit of fallout, but not as much. I think you're getting a little bit more payoff with the primer underneath. Let's take Reflect. I'm just gonna use my pinky for this. For eyeliner, I'm testing their 1.5 millimeter mechanical gel eyeliner in shade Canyon, and this retails for $18. And it's super tiny. It's so nice. Oh my goodness, that's pigmented. It's so creamy. Oh, that's nice. I want to see how it's gonna go over the glitter. Oh, I like how tiny it is, so it draws really well. Wow, that's really pretty. It's so easy to use too. Oh, I like that a lot. And I'm gonna take this and tight line. And you can see that is not going anywhere. Let's move on to the face. And yes, we're using the same primer again, and I'm gonna keep it on the left side. I wanna see how it's going to wear with the rest of the makeup, if it's gonna make a difference, if it's gonna add more longevity, things like that. So I'm gonna take a tiny bit. I'm not taking a full pump, do like half a pump. Let's move on to the base products, which is foundation first. This is their Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. And this foundation retails for $56 each. And I picked up 3 shades. We have Alabaster, Shell, and then we have Vanilla. So we'll see which shade is my match. This is Alabaster. I feel like it's pulling yellow on me. Next one is Shell, the darker yellow. I feel like vanilla is the darkest, so I might have to go with Alabaster. So this foundation is highly concentrated, and it's designed to deliver instant full coverage with just half a pump, no primer needed. So I'm happy that we're doing half and half to see which side looks better. And this, like they said, it's a full coverage, natural finish. And they're saying this is good for normal, combination, and or oily skin. Let's see how high coverage it really is. And I'm gonna use their brush number 2. I'm just gonna take half a pump like they said and work that into my face. And it's such a lightweight formula. This is crazy. I feel like you definitely shouldn't use this with a sponge because the formula is so liquidy, it's just gonna soak it all up. I feel like I did a pretty good job evening my skin tone, but it definitely didn't provide that much coverage. Let's do a little bit more, but I'm gonna take it straight onto my finger and place it in areas where I need. And honestly, this color is actually quite nice. I would say it's a good medium coverage, depending what kind of a pump, how much you pump out. I would definitely not say this is a full coverage foundation. And again, this is the primer side. I like it without the primer. Ooh, it does not look good with the primer. With this, you can really see the foundation sitting on the skin on this side. Wow, that's a huge difference. Do you see that? My skin looks very like strawberry-like. You can see all my pores pretty much. This side, it's all very airbrushed and smooth. Okay, let's move on to the eyebrows, and I have 2 shades. This right here is their Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil, and I have Soft Brunette and Blonde. And each eyebrow pencil retails for $34. They have that like teardrop shape, and they're quite thick, which is not my preferred eyebrow pencil shape. And then they have a nice spoolie on the other side. Yeah, I don't like this shape for my brow pencil. Color is nice. The formula seems pretty nice once it's drying, but this shape, I don't like it at all. Happy with the color of the brows. Now let's use their eyebrow gel. This is their Arch Brow Shaping Gel in Clear, retailing for $28. And I always hear so many people talk about this. So let's just brush this up. You see how long lasting this formula is, because right now it seems really nice. Concealer time. You guys know my love for this concealer. This is their Vanish Airbrush Concealer, and I always wear a shade Cream, and this retails for $34. And I'm gonna tell you, spoiler alert, worth every penny. Just everything about this I love, and it's definitely full coverage. A little goes a long way with this. It's very creamy, very pigmented, really good lasting power. One of my favorite concealers. And I like this both with like a softened with a dampened beauty sponge or just with a brush. It works well either way. Before I go on and set my face, I do want to use their cream highlighter. This is their Vanish Flash Highlighting Stick in Champagne Flash, retailing for $42. And it did break in the package right there, you can see it. But the color looks so pretty. Let me swatch that. Look at that. Just go in and use the brush. Ooh, that's pretty. Obviously you can go very intense, but I feel like with a cream formula like this, you can start off very subtle and then really add intensity if that's what you're looking for. I don't want too much, just a little bit of a glow. You can see the difference. Wow, that's pretty. It's very easy to blend. Now let's move on to their powder. This is their Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and it's translucent obviously, and it's retailing for $46. I've been using this for a long time already. I don't even know how long I've been using this for. And I'm just gonna kind of work this into a smaller brush. This is by Sephora 79 brush, and I like a smaller brush to go under the eyes. And this formula is very, very soft, very finely milled. It looks beautiful on the skin. Their mascara, one of my favorites. This is their Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, and it retails for $29. And this is a nice typical like boar bristles style mascara, and it's more pointed towards the end, and it kind of flares out, fans out just a little bit towards the end right here. And this is a very black mascara. I think one thing I want to say is the packaging, because it is a triangle, it's kind of uncomfortable to wear. I mean to hold when you're applying, but you kind of get used to it. Man, what a difference mascara makes with and without. Especially if you have blonde lashes. It gives pretty good volume with just one coat, but the best thing about it is how dark and black it is. And I like that the bristles are shorter towards the end, so you can really kind of get into those tinier lashes, shorter lashes, or just this area right here in the inner corner. I do have another eyeliner that I purchased in a different shade. I actually really want to use it because it's a beautiful color. This is their bronze shade, and I think it'll look really nice on the lower lash line and smoked out a little bit, and not actually go on the waterline, but like right here where the lashes are. Wow, these are pigmented and creamy. Let's go on some mascara for the lower lash line. For bronzer, we have their Ambient Lighting Bronzer. We have two shades, Nude Bronze Light and then Luminous Bronze Light. This right here is the shade that I usually use, and this right here is the newer one. The newer one is the Nude Bronze Light. You can see quite a bit of a difference. I was thinking maybe I could mix the two and see what I like better. So this right here does retail for $52, very expensive, but the formula that I've used, I really like. So I'm gonna use a bigger bronzer brush. This is by Ulta Beauty, Bronzer 21 brush. And it looks like it's blending really easy on top of the foundation, even though I didn't set the full face. Okay, I really like how this shade is looking on my skin tone, the Nude Bronze Light, and it's definitely not giving a glow. Maybe it is a little bit of a glow, but it's not glittery. So I'm gonna top it with the Luminous Bronzer Light. Let's move on to blush. We have two shades. I'm very excited for this blush because I really like their formulas. This right here is their Ambient Lighting Blush. We have Ethereal Glow. That looks really pretty. And then we have Mood Exposure. And each blush retails for $40. And these blushes, the way they blend out, very airbrushed, very soft. It's like a soft focus on the cheek area. It doesn't exaggerate any kind of texture, any kind of pore situation that's happening. Something about this formula is so stunning. It has that kind of like a baked formula. It's so beautiful. Very beautiful blushes. I feel like I can't get enough. And it does have a little bit of a sheen to it as well. Next thing, I do want to set my face using their Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. This retails for $48, and I like to use this when I do use a powder, like a lot of powders on my face. For example, the setting powder, then we have the blush, the bronzers, and that type of a natural finish foundation formula. It sets more of like a powdery finish, so I do like using something like this. Let's move on to lips, and I have their Panoramic Long Wear Lip Liner. I have two shades. We have Empress and then Eden. Each retail for $30, and there are some pretty negative reviews on this product, but what this is, it's a highly pigmented, richly emollient, long-wearing pencil liner formula with a blending brush. Feels pretty creamy. Swatching on the back of my hand. It's actually a really pretty, very neutral nude. Oh, it's not as dark as I thought it was. That's quite pretty too. And then for the lipsticks, we picked up their Confession Ultra Slim High Intensity Refillable Lipstick, and they each retail for $36. So this right here is I'll Never Stop. Very creamy. It's a little more of a brown beige nude, which is stunning. This is called Secretly, and it looks like a stunning red shade. Then we have, this is called I Want. And then last but not least, we have I Can't Live Without. We'll go with I Can't Live Without, and then we'll do Empress for the lip liner. Let me blot the lip oil. It did absorb into my lips really nicely. Let's go with Empress. Some people are saying with the lip liner, it was really dry to even apply. Like it was just, the formula is really dry, but as of right now, even swatching into the back of my hand, it feels really creamy. So let's go in with I Can't Live Without, the color. Just gonna go right over that. It's definitely more rich than the lip liner as in color. I'm gonna take the brush on the other side of the lip liner. Just I'll blend that in. Makeup is on the face, and I think everything complements each other really well. Lip color with the eyeshadow, the blush and the bronzer looks really pretty. And so far, everything looks really nice. The only thing I wanna say with the left side with the primer, it looks a little bit heavier versus the right side. I feel like everything still looks really even in tone and texture versus this side. You can definitely see right here, especially on my cheeks where the primer is with the foundation and the products. But it did blend out quite seamlessly on both sides. I like everything so far except for the eyebrow gel. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day with how this makeup is wearing. Last and final update for Hourglass. I think it actually looks pretty good overall from far away. Obviously with the lip, I didn't reapply it after dinner. Lip was good if you're having very minimal amount of drink and food. It was a busy day. Eyeshadow's still there. Mascara, if anything, very minimal amount of transfer, I would say, to the lower lash line. But honestly, it's not flaking. It's not transferring as much as I thought it would. I like the way the cheeks are looking. The blush is still nice and poppin'. The bronzer is still there. Even the eyebrows, even though I don't like the gel, the color is still there. The color looks really beautiful. If anything with the eyeshadow, I'm looking really, really close and you can see that it did crease right here where the biggest fold is in the inner corner. So the primer didn't do anything extra to the eyeshadow. Now for the face, for the primer, I still don't like it. When I'm looking in the mirror and I'm talking to you guys, I can really see my smile lines exaggerated with the primer. On this side, it's still pretty smooth, even really up close. The foundation didn't break as bad as with the primer. With this foundation, even they say themselves, you don't need a primer, and I agree, especially in my skin. Primer is not needed. I'm really impressed with the eyebrow pencil formula. I don't like the pencil shape. I wish it was more like the eyeliner. Next, I'm really impressed with the mascara. I forgot how much I love this mascara. I'm so happy it's back in my life. Really, really, really impressed with the eyeliner. I'm gonna get as many colors as they have available because I'm really impressed with that formula. It's so creamy, it's so opaque, very long wearing, and it didn't budge at all. Next, cheeks. Blush, bronzer, beautiful. The highlighter I'm okay with. I feel like for the price, what was it, like $42, $49? It was over $40 for that highlighter, that stick of highlighter. I really like that. It was really easy to blend, especially with the brush to make it very minimal. And I do like that it's a cream formula, especially for spring and summer. I think I'm gonna enjoy it, but I definitely want to play with it more. Apply with like a dampened sponge, maybe even draw it on and see how easy it is to blend, things like that. But as of right now, I'm kind of on the fence with it, if I love it as much as I think I do. Next, I really like the setting powder. I think it's a very nice, very airbrush type of setting powder that is very lightweight. It doesn't make you look cakey. It's just a really beautiful translucent setting powder. I think the one thing I do want to say with the lip oil, I don't know. I don't think I like it. It did make my lips feel really good and prepped for the lip liner and lipstick, but I feel like my lips, they feel really dry right now. If anything, it might be the lip liner that's making my lips dry, but they don't feel that great. And I wish the lip oil did a lot more for my lips. I really, really like that lipstick. I'm so excited I picked up multiple shades to play with because I love that it's refillable. I love how tiny the little tube is, and it's so pigmented and so creamy and so easy to wear. It seems like a really comfortable formula. I really enjoy Hourglass. I've enjoyed them for so many years. There's so many products that I feel like so many people can really pick and you will enjoy for such a long time. So overall, if you're really looking to splurge and treat yourself for makeup, definitely look into Hourglass. I think you'll really enjoy products there. But for now, guys, thank you for watching. Please let us know what are some of your favorite Hourglass products. But for now, I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye.